Imagine a place where who you are, where you're from, or the circumstances that surround you don't determine your access to fun experiences or opportunities to learn and grow. Through your support, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa Bay are making that vision a reality in your community and communities around the world. Since its founding in 1926, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa Bay have been on a mission to enable all club members to reach their full potential as productive, responsible, and caring citizens of the world, especially the kids who need us most. Within the walls of the 22 clubs located throughout Hillsborough and Pasco counties, over 15,000 youth are nurtured and served by a devoted staff dedicated to the principles that have sustained the Boys and Girls Clubs for nearly 100 years. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa Bay are committed to developing programming for kids who are at risk of falling into the learning gap as a result of their socioeconomic backgrounds. By providing opportunities to develop STEM skills and with targeted programming around academic success, health and wellness, and character and leadership skills, every club kid has the priceless chance to rise above limitations and soar. Let's take a look at the numbers. Our club kids are graduating high school and college at exciting growth rates. An average of 13 additional youth graduate from high school each year. The long-term aggregate benefit, nearly $6 million. An average of 10 additional club kids graduate from college each year. The long-term aggregate benefit, $2.3 million. And Boys and Girls Clubs members are ramping up their time giving back. Club members are 50% more likely to volunteer in their own community. And compared to non-club kids, each member volunteering an additional 8 hours of community service beyond the hours of a non-club kid. The contribution our kids make by volunteering their time translates into over $5 million added to the local economy. We believe every kid has what it takes. The mission and core beliefs of the Boys and Girls Clubs fuel our commitment to promoting safe, positive, and inclusive environments for all. We believe in using innovation in our programming to empower youth to excel in school and prepare for their futures. We support all youth and teens of every race, ethnicity, gender, ability, socioeconomic status, and religion in reaching their full potential. We never take a single approach to help kids succeed. It takes caring mentors, our trained club staff. It takes a safe place, our clubs. And it takes you, our community. Today, despite the many challenges and changes the Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa Bay have overcome, one thing remains steadfast and true. Under the roof of a Boys and Girls Club, great futures are being built and foundations are being laid for dreams to take flight.
This year for Christmas, what are you hoping to get?
A computer. Big, giant Barbie house.
A trophy case.
Xbox 360. Minecraft Legos.
What do you think your mom or dad want for Christmas?
My mom would probably want a ring. She's never really had a ring.
Jewelry. She loves jewelry. A new TV. Like watches.
So, we actually did buy an Xbox 360.
What in the world? I wanted this! Okay, and you really got this for me?
A new laptop.
Wow.
And
It's a necklace.
So we also bought a necklace because you said you also wanted to get a necklace for your mom or your auntie. The catch is that you can either get a gift for yourself, or you can pick a gift for your mom and dad. I need you to pick one. Now before you answer, oh, I bet that's hard. Is that a really hard question?
Mm-hmm.
What gift do you pick?
I choose this.
I gotta go with the ring.
What gift do you pick?
That one. That one. The dress.
I'll choose this for my mom.
I'll choose this one.
It's a really tough question,
I'll
but
give him this.
you already know? Tell me why.
Because Legos don't matter. Your family matters. Not Legos, not toys, your family. So it's either family or Legos, and I choose family. I get gifts every year from my family, and my mom don't get anything. If I get a laptop, my mom will get something. She helps me when I'm sick. She helps me with my homework. She gave me a house to live in.
They look out for me and do stuff for me, so I need to give back to them.
Now I have the opportunity to give him something.
Because you actually picked the gift for your family, you're actually gonna go home with both. Tell me how you're feeling.
I'm feeling really happy and thankful.
Just happy. Thankful
For your family? For what?
my family, everything.
He did make his decision, actually. And he picked the Pandora charms.
Oh, that is sweet. You're gonna make me cry. So what are you putting in the thing? Oh, it's for me? Oh, it's for you.
Thanks, guys.
I was going to.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good morning. What an incredible performance to kick off our event. On behalf of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa Bay, we thank you for joining us for our 10th annual Great Futures Start With Us event. I'm Bill Winters. I've been working with the Boys and Girls Clubs for about 10 years on the foundation board.
Good morning. My name is Cynthia Fuente, and I am a very proud alumni of the Boys and Girls Club of Tampa Bay. Along with my family, I am a long-term supporter of this organization.
I'm excited to share the stories of impact that changed the lives of our club kids, made possible only by our supporters like you.
As a child, my life was touched and changed for the better because I was involved in this club. And I was approximately like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It was an opportunity for me to be able to go to the boys club. And I was actually a cheerleader there. And I remember that Arlene and Christine had appointed me the head cheerleader, which was an opportunity for me to be able to learn about leadership roles, to be able to learn to work with people. And West Tampa was known as the melting pot for different economical backgrounds and different races. But for us, we belonged at the Boys and Girls Club. We played together. We were able to travel in the buses and go to different games. But I believe in clubs like this, you learn so many different valuable things that you can take into your life.
Thank you for sharing that, Cynthia. Each of our club members, each of our alumni, have a unique story. At the core of that experience, we find the same message repeated over and over. The club was a place where I grew, a place where I felt safe, a place where I made new friends, and a place where I learned from caring staff. In the end, they all point out how the club impacted their lives in a positive way.
You know, I love the club. It's the reason I'm here. It's taught me so many lessons, and I can talk about it in a positive way and in an honest way for the rest of my life. You know, in a community or in a town, your role models are the people that you deal with, that are in your face, that you talk to, that you can ask questions to, not necessarily some basketball player or actor on screen.
it gave me a place to go. It started my kind of creative side. It's where I first learned how to really dance through a great program that was there. It gave you a sense of kind of like belonging. And so, you know, you live in this neighborhood and you walk to this club and you go in there and all of a sudden you're part of something really big and amazing, it feels like. And at the same time, it feels like yours, like a club, like you're part of this great club. And I would dance and spend my afternoons there and then go home for dinner and dream about the next day and what we were gonna do. And it just gave me a great sense of hope and a really, really kick-started my dreams.
At this time, we'd like to recognize our top sponsors that continue to invest in the lives of our local youth who need us most.
Later this morning, you'll hear directly from our premier sponsor, Sheriff Chad Chronister. We'd like to express our most sincere gratitude to the Sheriff and the support that the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office provides to our children and to our mission. Thank you for generously being our 2021 premier sponsor and for supporting us for so long.
Thank you to our event sponsor, PDQ and Glory Day Grill, for making this event possible. Thank you, Bob Bassam and Nick Reeder, for generously investing in our youth. Additionally, I am honored to recognize our co-host, Bill Winters of Winters and Yonkers, as our title sponsor. Thank you so much, Bill.
Thank you, Cynthia. The sponsorship is an investment. It's the same investment you're making today with your contributions. The best possible investment, an investment in the children in our community. I also get the honor of recognizing my co-host, Cynthia Fuente, of the Fuente Family Foundation as our production sponsor.
Thank you, Bill.
At this time, I would like to thank our venue sponsors, Jeff and Penny Vinnick and the Vinnick Family Foundation. Thank you for your continuous support and partnership.
I would like to recognize our media group, the Cox Media Group. Thank you, Keith Lawless, for your support to make this event and the services that we provide to our community possible.
The last, but certainly not least, sponsor at this level I would like to recognize is Pat Carroll of the Carroll Organization. Thank you for your steadfast support.
I started coming here because I was transferred from Dickinson to Town and Country, and so my mom doesn't want me to walk home because I don't know my way around, and she'll be thinking, where is he? Or did he get taken or something like that? I feel happy here because all the coaches are very nice and they treat everybody equally. They give us food, that's the best part. I like music because you could do your own thing. It's like your creative art project, but music, you do it with your voice. Because of the coronavirus, we can't use the music room anymore because we can't share. I miss being able to go inside the music room because it's one of my favorite things. I feel more attached to this place than I feel at any other places. I think all of these people care about us because they wouldn't do any of this if they didn't care about us. And also, they really love us like we love them. That's why this place is so great. If I didn't have the Boys and Girls Club, then it would be a hole in my heart because this place means a lot to me. I would never be complete unless the Boys and Girls Club was here. My name is Denise and I'm a Boys and Girls Club kid.
Today we celebrate the services we provide to children throughout our Tampa Bay service area.
We continue to adapt to the changing conditions of the pandemic in order to provide critical service such as academic assistance and healthy meals within a safe and supportive environment.
We are proud of our children and our staff for persevering. As we all know, the need in the Tampa Bay region persists, and we rely on your support today in order to meet the growing demand of local, low-income youth who need access to our life-changing programs and services. Children growing up in poverty are at greater risk of struggling in school, experiencing mental health issues, facing hunger, involvement in the juvenile justice system, and lacking the resources needed to equip them with skills to enter our local growing economy.
Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our CEO, Terry Carter.
Hello, I'm Terry Carter, CEO of Boys and Girls Club of Tampa Bay. Despite the challenges our organization has faced throughout the pandemic, one thing is for certain: Boys and Girls Club of Tampa Bay has remained true in our commitment to provide kids with a safe environment for them to grow, thrive, and become productive citizens. Furthermore, we have learned that our passion to serve those who need us most continues to make us even more resilient and innovative as we respond to the needs of our community. For example, we recognize that mental health issues were going to challenge our youth more than ever before. So I'm very proud to say that we provided mental health training for all our full-time and part-time staff, making them not only a resource to our club kids during COVID, but a friendly face to help them overcome their obstacles and fears. At Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa Bay, our mission is to deliver the highest quality, life-changing programs while keeping the safety of our youth and our staff the highest priority. The youth we serve today in our 22 clubs, more than 12,000 kids in 2021, already face socioeconomic challenges that create a learning gap. However, as a result of COVID, that learning loss has worsened because the children in our clubs lack the necessary resources, like a personal computer and internet at home, to keep up with their peers. Now more than ever, Boys and Girls Clubs hold a vital role in keeping local children on track, but we will not succeed without your support. As we look ahead to 2022, we know our clubs are critical to addressing the most significant adverse effects our youth face today while providing their parents with the peace of mind that their children are in good hands. Please help today and donate whatever you can to the Boys and Girls Club of Tampa Bay. Thank you. Your support helps change lives.
As Terry mentioned, we've made investments in our staff to equip them with the skills and the knowledge required to meet the current needs of our club kids. Today we have a bold goal of raising $1 million, actually more. We'd like to raise more than $1 million, that we need to provide critical services for the 12,000 children we serve. Your investment and support will directly impact our ability to change the lives of these low-income children experiencing the worst effects of the pandemic.
As we seek your support today, whether you are joining from home or at the office, near or far, we express our deepest gratitude and appreciation for your support provided by our 2021 Youth Champion sponsors.
That's right, Cynthia. Today, you'll hear from one of our sponsors, a 30-year foundation trustee and longtime supporter, Hal Steinbrenner, as he speaks to the need and impact the club has on children.
Hello all, Hal Steinbrenner here. I want to welcome all of you to the 2021 Great Futures Breakfast, and most of all, thank you for your very generous donations today. I can assure you the need in this community has never been greater. Last year, we served over 12,000 youth in the Tampa Bay area. When you look at our kids, you will see that 2/3 of them live at or below the poverty line, and 2/3 of them come from single-parent households. Again, the need is great. What are we doing at these clubs with our dozens and dozens of programs? Well, put simply, we're giving these kids the life skills they'll need to be a success, to be contributors to this great country of ours. We focus on 3 main areas. The first and most important is academics. When the kids get to the clubs, they're made to do their homework. We have tutors on site to help them and assist them in every way possible. That's the importance of graduating from high school. In our opinion, a high school diploma is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And the facts bear that out. High school dropouts are 60 times more likely to be incarcerated at some point in their life. That's a meaningful stat. We also focus on health and nutrition, very important. Dozens of programs to teach them the benefits of exercise, of healthy eating. Last year we served over 500,000 healthy snacks and meals to our kids and their families. And it's important to remember that for a lot of these kids, the meal they get at the club is the last meal they'll get all day long. Finally, character and leadership. Not just leadership in the clubs, but also leadership in the communities. Every year our kids log probably 50,000+ hours of community service. It's something we're very proud of. And when you compare our kids to their peer groups, our kids are 50% more likely to engage in community service, even if on their own. So these are the things that are going on in the clubs every single day in the Tampa Bay area. How do we know our programs work? Well, put simply, we compare our kids to their peers. The kids that grow up in the same neighborhoods, go to the same schools, but don't attend our clubs. We see significant differences in a lot of different areas. The most important to me is what I mentioned, high school graduation rates. For the peers, only 70% of them graduate from high school. And again, we deem this as a very, very important thing. When you look at our kids, our seniors that are in our clubs, 100% graduate from high school. That shows that our programs work. Something, again, we're very proud of. We're going to continue to be doing all these incredible things every single year. We need your help, and we thank you very much for everything you guys have done. Thank you.
Thank you, Hal and Christina Steinbrenner, for your ongoing generous support. It's my pleasure to acknowledge the chair of the Corporate Board of Directors, John Tomlin, and my fellow trustee, Holly Tomlin, Vice President of the Foundation Board of Trustees, for their Youth Championship sponsorship through Tomlin St. Cyr Real Estate Services.
I'd like to recognize and thank Joe and Ann Garcia for their Youth Champion sponsorship and their faithful support. Thank you to the Sokolowski family for tirelessly investing in our youth.
I'd like to recognize George Etheridge Jr. for his sponsorship. Thank you for being a longtime supporter and advocate.
My first obstacle in life was just kind of learning the language of English. I was actually held back my first grade year. Another obstacle was moving to different schools, and it's just kind of hopping around. One point, there was about 10 of us in one house. It was difficult for me to have kind of attention from my parents. They gotta come home and get as much rest as they can just to make sure me and my siblings can have something to eat. That actually motivated me to strive for something better. I was interested in cooking. That's when I dedicated myself to actually pursuing this as a career. I was awarded a scholarship. The Boys and Girls Club here actually opened the door to meet Nick Reeders. He took me to Roca and he gave me an opportunity to work there. And so the Boys and Girls Club really impacted my life. They welcomed me with open arms. It really did bring the best out of people and the kids here. They know that they could be themselves. They provide a good environment for the kids, and they're just really about pushing people forward. A lot of kids, they just need that motivation so they could do something great. And all kids are capable of that, and the Boys and Girls Club really brings that out in one person.
My name is Rick Alvarez. I'm a trial lawyer with the law firm of Older, Lundy, Alvarez & Koch here in Tampa. But equally important, if not more important, I'm a club kid. My brother and I had the privilege of attending the West Tampa Club from about 1975 until about 1982, and we look back on those years with absolute fondness and gratitude for the opportunities that the club provided to us. The steps that you see on MacDill as you're approaching the administrative center are the steps that were established, I believe, in about 1952. They were the original entryway to the West Tampa Club. So ascending those stairs brought a kid to an environment where solutions were available to them. Even in my day, there were programs that allowed a kid to excel. And these days we have programs like that through the workforce development program, as well as the work that we do in an entrepreneurial way with various other entities such as Think Big for Kids and the Yes Academy. Looking back in retrospect, it was somewhat obvious that I should become a lawyer in the sense that I was the kid that seemingly was getting some of my friends out of minor trouble. But I think what was the greatest experience that has really behooved me or allowed me to excel is the diversity of the club. And I mean diversity in every way. When you attend the club, you're going to see kids of every possible stripe and background. And that's an exceptional environment that unfortunately most of our youth of today, if not forever, did not or have not and will not experience. So being among an assortment of people who shared an interest, whether it be sports or education or just excellence in general, was important because it made me realize that No matter how different I seemed based upon just some sort of first glance or on the exterior, I shared quite a lot with others. And by working with them in a team environment, whether it be in sports or otherwise, I realized that we all share goals. And primarily our goal is to contribute and to become special and to use the skills that we've all been blessed with in a way that's beneficial to others. So the Boys Club in that sense provided me with the means to become part of the solution and not part of the problem.
I'd like to introduce all of you to Dr. Kevin Scott, the chair of the Foundation Board of Trustees, and Matt Dumar, the vice chair of the corporate board of directors, to learn more about our response and solutions to learning loss. Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction, Cynthia and Bill. My name is Dr. Kevin Scott, and I've been proudly serving on the Foundation Board of Trustees for 7 years.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us today to learn more about Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa Bay. My name is Matt Dumar, and I have proudly served our clubs for many years.
At the start of the pandemic, one of our greatest concerns was preventing interruptions to our children's education as their school settings changed drastically. Even during normal pre-pandemic times, children growing up in poverty were at greater risk of falling behind in school.
Many of our children lack the at-home technology, internet access, and educational support to successfully learn from home. Research shows that the children we serve are the most vulnerable to learning loss and academic regression, losing an estimated average of 12 to 18 months of learning as a result of the pandemic. Can you imagine what it'd be like to lose your own family's internet for even a day, let alone a week or a year? I would not want to be home for that episode.
Thankfully, the Boys and Girls Club of Tampa Bay continue to bridge this learning gap by providing e-learning tools, virtual tutoring, activities that help those who are falling behind, and in-person assistance provided by our dedicated staff.
Our continued focus on academic success for our club members ages 5 through 18 is the reason why 100% of our seniors graduated from high school in 2021. 100%. That's like all of them.
According to a USF study, our club members completed more homework assignments, skipped less days of school, and had higher GPAs than their peers as a result of our club involvement.
I'm incredibly proud of the impact we have on the Tampa Bay youth we serve, and more rewarding work lies ahead. With your support, we will reach more children in need and provide them a fighting chance to recover from pandemic learning loss.
You can donate now by simply texting the phrase "Be Great" to the number 71777.
Thank you for answering the call to help local children reach their greatest future. Your donation equips our children with the tools and support needed to succeed in school, something we know is linked to success and positive outcomes for the rest of their lives. I have the honor of introducing our 2021 Youth of the Year, Mayana, who speaks to the critical role our staff played during an extremely difficult time in her life.
Follow your inner moonlight. Don't hide the madness. Voice is defined as to express something in words, but your voice is more than just words. It's the right to speak out in support of your truth and well-being. And it is so important for kids to learn this. My name is Mayana Dixon. I am 17 years old and I have been a club member of the Wilbert Davis Belmont Heights Boys and Girls Club since kindergarten. I now proudly serve as my club's Keystone's president in 2021 Youth of the Year. My hope for America's youth is to ensure that each child should love themselves and others no matter how much they may seem to differ from one another. One major challenge facing youth today is to express themselves without being judged. I would like to raise awareness to this challenge because there's a plethora amount of kids and teens that are scared to communicate their feelings, thoughts, or emotions due to fear. This really hits home for me, as I was always scared to conquer my fear of being self-confident enough to accept myself for who I truly am. Hoping for the best, when I felt ready to share my sexuality with my loved ones, I was given with the worst kind of feedback, making my fears come true. Who knew that my first heartbreak wouldn't be from a relationship, instead from people that I thought had faith in me? I thought that crying out would just draw more attention, so I decided to stay silent. And just when I thought it wasn't ever going to get better, There were club staff and club members that were there for me with open ears for venting and open arms for hugs. With their support, I overcame the fear of expressing myself while being able to make high honor roll every 9 weeks, something that I am really proud of. Through the Boys and Girls Club, I had the privilege to be involved in mentoring programs to help communicate my emotions and thoughts without being judged. The programs that the staff provided gave us ways that we could bring up the topics and issues that the youth are facing today. I learned that holding things inside could be awful, especially for adolescents. If more people knew that they were not alone, this will help influence them to feel free and realize that there is nothing to fear but fear itself. Receiving support from my club inspired me to become an even better kid. As Keystone president, I got to plan service events as ways to show gratitude to our community. My favorite event was definitely having the opportunity to help others by feeding the homeless. The club has taught me how to be grateful and how important it is to give to those who are less fortunate. I am Mayana Dixon, and the Boys and Girls Club has helped shape me into the person I am today. Confident, happy, and free to always speak my truth.
As Terry mentioned today, Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa Bay responded to the rising mental health issues among youth nationally by investing in mental health training for all of our 115 full and part-time staff members. We realize mental health issues have been compounded by the isolation our youth have experienced due to the pandemic. Our staff are facilitating conversations and activities within a safe place for our youth to share their thoughts and feelings.
According to the CDC, one of the most effective coping skills for teens to learn is to seek out support from someone you trust to talk to about your thoughts and your feelings. Our staff has stepped into this role to help alleviate the stress our kids are facing. As a result, they report back to us that they feel safe in our clubs. Research shows that the arts are an effective way to release stress in a healthy and creative manner. An integral part of our curriculum focuses on the visual and performing arts, which our kids report as an enjoyable outlet to express themselves. The success and solutions you've learned about today would not be possible without our Platinum, Gold, and Clubhouse sponsors. Thank you for your commitment to our children.
I'd like to recognize our silver and bronze sponsors. Thank you for investing in our youth.
26. I'm from Plant City. I've been born and raised there my whole life. I like to say I was born pretty much in the backwoods. So when I was in high school, there was a scholarship for a summer internship with the Bank of America Student Leadership. Signed up for it, I got the scholarship, and we had two options. One was either the Boys and Girls Club, which at the time I had no clue what the Boys and Girls Club was. And the other one was working for the Strass Center. So I ended up picking the Boys and Girls Club just because there was actually one in Plant City. That was how I got started with the Boys and Girls Club, was through the internship. Once I graduated college, I ended up saying, hey, I'm gonna go out into the world and do my own little thing with my degree. Ended up somewhat doing it, but it wasn't enough. And I ended up missing being around the kids, and I love to see the end product of a job. I loved it. I would take pictures and things like that when I was doing construction, but it's a difference when you going from walking into a class and not knowing one kid. These kids looking at me like, what are you doing here? So walking in and all these kids are going, oh my God, he's here today. Hey coach, what's up? How you doing? Like that excitement, it's a whole different aspect of seeing the excitement on these kids' face. A lot of assumptions about the club is that these kids are all bad, all come from low income housing, but that's not true when it comes to all these schools. These kids, they want to be there as much as you want to be there. If you're there for a paycheck, these kids are gonna know. And if you're there to actually work and be a part of these kids' life, they're gonna know, and that's the people they flock to. I think people should support the club because, like me, I was 17, had no clue what a Boys and Girls Club was. They had to tell me, hey, Boys and Girls Club works with kids. That was the only description I got from what a Boys and Girls Club was. Nowhere near what a Boys and Girls Club is. Now that I'm in it, you learn that, hey, there's a whole lot more to it. And it's part of, helping these kids cultivate and helping these kids learn. It's such a fulfillment to be able to see that these kids are growing and what they're growing to turn into. These are our future. They're gonna be the ones coming up with an invention for the flying us around, or us for these new wheelchairs and different things like that. These are the kids that's gonna be doing it. And who knows, that might come right out of our club.
As we've learned today, there are a number of possible negative effects when growing up in poverty. These include experiencing hunger and food insecurity. When a child is considered food insecure, it means they either don't know where their next meal is coming from, or even if there is a next meal.
According to Feeding America, food insecurity is particularly devastating for children. Not having enough healthy foods can have serious implications for a child's physical and mental health, academic achievement, and future economical prosperity. Research shows that children facing hunger may suffer in school and beyond. They are more likely to repeat a grade in elementary school, experience developmental impairment, and have more social and behavior problems.
In our Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa Bay service area, 1 in 5 children currently living in Hillsborough and Pasco counties are food insecure. Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa Bay solves food insecurity with educational programs and partnerships that provide meals in order to combat the hunger and food insecurity our children may be experiencing.
All club members over the course of 2021 were exposed to Healthy Habit programs, which provides nutritional education, encourages regular physical activity, and emphasizes an improved overall well-being. According to USF study, Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa Bay club members' nutrition knowledge increases by 90% as a result of these programs.
Gardens are in place at multiple club locations. These teach kids the importance of healthy lifestyles and an understanding of the growth cycle.
We are very grateful for our partnership with Feeding Tampa Bay, which allowed us to provide over 500,000 meals in 2020. That includes lunches, snacks, and dinners provided to our club members within our 22 locations.
Metropolitan Ministry provides weekend food boxes at multiple club locations to make up for the gap of school meals over the weekend.
I have 3 kids that are actively attending Boys and Girls Club in Brandon. I have my 3rd grader attends every day, and my 6th grader and my 8th grader, they attend when they're not doing sports after school. When I pick my kids up from Boys and Girls Club, they want to be picked up at the end of the day and not early because they're going to miss all the fun. The activities that they have received from Boys and Girls Club in Brandon I would not have been able to give that to them if it wasn't provided there. My husband and I both work full-time jobs. It's very important for us to have the safe and caring place for our kids to go after school. They have the opportunity to learn after school. This helps them get their things done so we can have family time in the evening. And that's a great benefit. When I told the kids that I was going to come here to do an interview, I said, "What do you want me to share?" And Larry quickly went and grabbed his award. He won Junior Youth of the Year in 2021, and his Pinewood Derby Award, he won 3rd place. That's when you make a little car. So it wasn't given by the staff, it was by the other kids that voted for Larry to receive this award. That meant more to him than anything else. Does it make him a stronger person or one that's going to be more eager to do bigger and better things? I believe it does. The Boys and Girls Club of Brandon has greatly benefited my children. It's made them more well-rounded, more responsible, more of a better person. You make their day, and you are greatly appreciated and loved. Thank you so much for all you do for my kids.
We'd like to express our most sincere gratitude to the Sheriff and the support that the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office provides to our children and to our mission. Thank you for generously being our 2021 premier sponsor and for supporting us for so long.
Hi, I'm Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Chronister, and I want to share some exciting news with y'all. As an executive member of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa Bay, I see firsthand the positive impacts they have on our children. So I'm proud to announce that Team HCSO has donated $100,000 to the organization. This donation will further the Boys and Girls Club mission of enabling young people to reach their full potential as productive, responsible, and caring citizens. We know that 99% of kids who are Boys and Girls Club members never have a criminal history. And we want to make sure that more children will be able to take advantage of the wonderful opportunities this organization presents to our local youth. Kids deserve every chance to grow into well-rounded individuals, and we want to help them get there by fostering relationships with them early so they never have to go down that dark path. It's always a privilege to partner with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa Bay, which does so much to transform, change, and even save lives. Thank you for what you continue to do for our community's youth.
We want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and we really want to encourage you to please open your heart and make a difference, because today is your chance to make a difference to these children at the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you for your support.
Thanks for your help.
We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for your support and helping out the Boys and Girls Club.
Thank you for helping the Boys and Girls Club of Tampa Bay.
Thank you for your support